Good morning. In this week's Torah portion, we meet Moshe Rabbeinu, the first and greatest Jewish leader and teacher of Torah to ever live. As a matter of fact, his very title is Moshe Rabbeinu, Moshe our teacher, the ultimate teacher of Torah, who continues to teach us Torah until this very day through his words that live on through the Torah. But yet, remarkably, we find that this first teacher of Torah had a speech impediment. And when God asked him to be the leader of the Jewish nation, he said, how can I be a leader? How can I speak for the Jewish people when I have a speech impediment? And God says to him, I will be with you and you will succeed. And indeed, he succeeded. And the question is, why did God choose someone with a speech impediment? Shouldn't the first leader and the first teacher of Torah be someone who has an eloquent ability to orate and communicate? And I read a story today that provided 3 insights to perhaps why God chose specifically Moshe Rabbeinu. There was a young man in Israel. His name is Uri Yitzchak Shachar. He's 25 years old. He has cerebral palsy. He's confined to a wheelchair. He speaks with great difficulty, very slowly, painstakingly. And yesterday he celebrated his rabbinic ordination, the first person perhaps ever to receive rabbinic ordination with cerebral palsy. And in an interview, he was asked, why did you decide to become a rabbi? And I would like to share 3 of his answers that perhaps is why God chose Moshe Rabbeinu. The first thing is, he said, I wanted every single Jew, including those with disabilities, to know that the Torah belongs to every one of us. I wanted them to have a rabbi who understands the struggles of disabilities. And perhaps God chose Moshe to say that the Torah is for every single person. We all have our abilities and disabilities in life. But regardless of what our flaws and our shortcomings and our challenges and our struggles are, the Torah is very much for every one of us. The second thing he pointed out in his interview, why he chose to become a rabbi, is he said, while I have physical disabilities, he says, when God takes something away, God gives something else instead. He says, I may have physical limitations, but God blessed me with a good memory. As a matter of fact, he, at the age of 25, has completed the entire Talmud, which many people don't do in a lifetime. But he has already completed it 12 times at the age of 25. He says, I study and understand very quickly, and I have a good memory. And he said, I want people to know that, yes, you may lack one thing, but God surely compensated you in some other way. And perhaps that's another reason why God chose Moshe Rabbeinu. And finally, the third explanation he gave was, and this is so fascinating, he said sometimes people who everything comes easy to them, they only focus on results, on the outcome. He says, but I have to work really hard to do little things. And he says, therefore I have a much deeper appreciation for the effort, for the work it entails. And I get great joy from even the smallest little accomplishments. And perhaps that's the reason why God chose Moshe Rabbeinu to teach us that his greatness and leadership is not just about your success. It's not just about the outcome. It's not just about the results, but it's about how much toil, how much effort, how much struggle you put into it. Moshe Rabbeinu didn't become a great leader naturally. He had to work on it each and every day. And God cares about how much effort we put into what we do and rewards us for the efforts as well. Have a wonderful day.